Hi, my name is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers, and it's Friday, so it must be another day in the page-by-page collaboration with Kyung Shotwell. Now, make sure to visit her YouTube channel, and the link will be below, and see what she has done for today for her signature. Now, today is the first day of the rest of our life. No, well, it is, but it's actually Groundhog's Day for me, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But today is the first page in our second signature. We've decided to go for another 20 weeks. Yay! And what we've decided to do this time is go from a prompt list instead of just pulling a prompt out of our head. I just pointed to my head as if you could see it. Anyway, so we're going to go from this prompt list instead of just trying to think of something. And I came up with 100 prompts, and so that's what we're going to go with. So Kyung had done Halloween last week, so this week I picked scrapbook paper or pad paper, like what you would get in the store. And so there's also, let me explain this part too. There's 2 wild cards, and each of us have one. So at some point within the 20 weeks, one of us can use our wild card. And what the wild card does is it allows you to pick 2 prompts from the list to be used on one page. And those 2 prompts are not marked off the list when you use them. Okay? So there's one for each of us, and that will happen at some point during the 20 weeks. Now, also, this list is available if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. I'm going to make this list available so that you can use it for yourself. You can follow along with us. You can write down the dates and the page that we used them on, and then you could use, instead of checking off like I am, whether Kyung picked the prompt or whether I did, you could just put a check mark next to it when you've done a page that uses that item. So that's a different way to use this list. You can do whatever you want with it, but if you want it, you're going to get it as a PDF if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. The link will be on the screen, and it'll also be below the video. Okay, so we're on scrapbook paper. Now, the reason this is Groundhog's Day is I did this page already using paper from the Once Upon a Time paper pad from Die Cuts with a View. And then I looked at it and I said, I'm not happy with this being the front page of the second signature. So I did look for some bling, and I think I might bling it up a little bit. I found this to put here, and then I could dye some lace brown and put it on here. Even though it breaks up the illusion that I was going for, which was the hidden flap. But we all know that I know how to do those. So, maybe me showing you how to jazz something up would be better. It opens like this, and you can write here, and it has some trim. And that, of course, lines up. And then it has a writing card and a side tuck. And when you take the card out, the side tuck matches the thing. So that's all well and good, but it was just kind of meh to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a second first page, and I may use this one at some other point, or I may put it in, and make a few extra pages for Kyung. Or if this page goes horribly wrong, you'll never see it, and this will be the official page. Ta-da! Sorry about my voice. So we're going to go with, actually, that would make this 21. Oh, come on. I can do it without it. I can pretend. Just looking at the number 23 isn't going to make my brain explode. We're not going to ink. This is from the Ancestry pad. Let's see, Vintage Ancestry pad by Simple Stories. I got the online digital version. And so that way the paper wasn't so super thick that I couldn't work with it. I did and it's going to go on this page here. This is going to be our base. It's so pretty. And it's going to go on here like that. Which it actually looks short. No, that's right. Anyway, it's going to go on here. And then we're going to build some elements on it. Now, I printed this out single-sided, since we're only going to put it on the page, and we don't need both sides of it. Now, these are some elements that we may or may not use. I know we're going to use one of these at least, or two of these at least. And these are some of the little, I believe they're 2x2 elements. Well, they came out a little 2.5. It might have been because of the resolution that I had to print it out at. I had to print it out at 800 by 800 because I don't have a 12 by 12 printer. So that's going to make a little bit different in the dimensions if you're using the actual pad from the store and not the digital version of the pad. Okay, so this is also how big the washi prints out. So that's a little interesting, but I was most interested in this one because of the page. Let me take a drink of pop and see if this will help a little bit. Or take a slurp of pop. It didn't really help, did it? And here's some that I haven't cut apart yet of these. I do like this burgundy one, though. And the blue one, because they kind of are different and stand out from the page. This one I like, too. I don't know. We'll decide when we get to it. We will probably use more than one. Let me go ahead and cut these apart real quick. And then we're going to need some Velcro dots. And we're also going to possibly, if we need to, wasn't planning on inking anything. But if we need to, we're going to use wild honey. Because it's the closest to this. I was just wondering about you know, the edge of these being white because it's the digital version. So we've got the 3 strips of washi, we've got these squares, we've got a couple pieces of paper, and we have our background paper, and we have our book page. Now we also have a prototype, or proto as I like to call them, of what we're going to do on the page. Now when glued together, this is like this, and it closes up just like this, and then we're going to put one of these on it, just snazz it up a little bit like this, but we're going to let it overhang a little bit, and then we are going to hold it shut with a Velcro dot, and then we're going to put 2 on the page. Now this one I believe might be bigger than what our, no, this is the size, so we're going to do 2. I'm going to put 1 up here, and then we're going to put 1 down here. Now we'll only be able to open 1 at a time on the page. Totally fine with me, but I think it makes it more interesting than the other page. Okay, so let's give it a whirl and see if we can do this. I did write down some measurements. Okay, so we're going to need 4 strips because we're making 2. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to put you on pause real quick because my dog lost his ever-loving mind. So I did make some measurements on this. I had to play around with it to get it to work, because if you think about it, you could go, oh, all right, well, 9 inches long and 3 inches wide and blah, 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 blah. Right, except there's a thickness to the paper when you go to fold it. And so I didn't want it to be just a complete square either. I wanted it to come out with a little bit of a flap to it. Oh, that must be the correct way to fold it. I knew that when it came down that far, that was too far. Anyway, and so this was also papers from the kit, and I decided that was a little bland. I didn't like that, but it did make a good page of paper for me to play around with. And I would like for you to know that for some dumb reason, it took me like 4 tries and about 6 pieces of double-side printed papers to get this prototype. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our base paper to 5 1/4 by 8 1/4, and if you want to ink it, you can ink it. We're going to put it against the white paper, so I'm not sure. Let's see how these turn out as to whether we feel like we need to ink them. These look like they might need to be inked. So we may go ahead and ink. Let's go ahead and do the gold. Or the wild honey. Just so we don't have that white, because you're going to see it from the side of the book. But I'm not going to ink the paper. And yeah, so it's been an adventure. I did that whole other video. I'll probably hold on to it and use the video as a you know, like a one-off for something, and just add something to the beginning of it. All right, we're going to need 4 pieces of paper, 3 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches long. Don't ask me why. It's because of the size of this page that messes up with our what would be simple measurements. Okay, so we need 4 strips, 3 inches wide. Let's make it 8 1/4 long first, that'll save us. No, we want it to be this way, 8 1/4. And it is. I'm telling you, this, when you print out and then trim it as an 8 by 8, one could have just oh, well, that wasn't very smart. It didn't do anything but scruff the edge. So I did do it this way. I don't know what I was thinking. I need 3-inch wide strips. I tell you, after doing one and not really liking how it came out, and then doing another and having it not work out, then you know, it gets to be a little disheartening. I wonder how wide these are. Maybe we could use them for something. We'll set them aside. We'll get 2 more 3-inch wide pieces. Or I'll have to put you on pause and print out some more. Which I really like this paper, but I'm actually kind of tired of it now. Okay, now let's get our scoreboard out. Now I realize that scoring it at 2 3/4 and 5 3/4 is going to leave us an off size, but that's the little flap. So we're going to score it at 2 3/4, 5 3/4, and then now that makes the center the correct size for the crisscross. 2 3/4, 5 3/4, uh-oh, that's not a good noise. That was my fault. When you do your scoring, don't just do the tip down in there. When you get to the edge, rock the edge of it back so you don't get that popping noise. That popping noise means you've kind of tore the end of the paper. Okay. These are like mini explosion boxes, only there's not a whole bunch of pieces and they're not very big. And there's only one section to them. So I like to call them flowers. All right, let's do one and make sure that it works. Looks right. It's almost like making 2 little matchbooks. Now that I look at it. Okay. Let's see if this works. Looks like I may have folded it a little crooked. Okay. Piece of glue stuck to me. Okay, so let's glue this to that. You know what? We should probably ink them first. If we're going to ink one, we better ink everything. Just enough to get the white off. We're not trying to necessarily do some major decoration here. Decoration and renovation. This is our top one. Or the one that lays on top of that one. Not top as in top of the page necessarily. And then before we glue it to the page, we are going to decide if and where we're going to use any of these. I think we should use one in the middle, and then there'll be the 4 places to write. So let's get this glued. Okay, we're going to glue this right along here. I forgot I just filled it and I had thinned what was already in there, so. Okay, this one's a little off, but we're going to cover it with this. Okay, so let's cover whatever one we're going to put inside. You know, it would be kind of neat if we put them in line on the page and then put the like this one to connect them together on the page instead of them just floating on the page. I don't know, because of the color. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Yeah, I'm giving up that idea. Might be something else I could do with this. I don't know. I really like this. But it's too much like that to work. All right. So what are we going to put in the center? Or since you won't be able to write when it opens to the left, should we put one on the left and leave the writing area here? Because it's going to go in the book and it's going to open this way. Oh, however, though, it's the first page in the signature, so you'll have plenty of room to open it up and write on it. Okay, let's put this in the center. Which one do we want to use? We need some for the top as well. So let's decide the top ones. And then we can pick from the rest for the bottom. I really like that. That's so pretty, but the gold on the gold, I don't know. I definitely wanted to use this burgundy one. They all have family sayings on them. This one says family ties. This one says family's everything. This one says life stories. Now, if we wanted to go with this color, we could actually do both. I just think that's so, I don't know. So I think we'll use this one and not use the cream one, even though I like it. Camera. I really like this one. All right, let's go with these two on the outside. And then Should we put the two gold ones on the inside to match? Actually, these two seem to match more because of the font and the... Alright. And on a side note, I really didn't like that one, so we were never going to use it. Okay. So let's put this one in the center of this. Okay, now we're going to have to remember which way the text is going when we glue it onto the page. Okay, so there's one. Okay. I think we should glue them both the same way. I was thinking maybe we should glue one way and one the other way, like this one with this on the inside. But then this is so plain, even though it's got these little stamps on it, I don't think it would look good on the page. So we're going to do them both the same. Okay, let's put this on here. Well, this one coming out exactly right is just going to kind of make that other one look worse. We forgot to ink these. I should have probably done this with the bone folder anyway. Okay, there we go. All right, let's open this up and ink it. Hope it doesn't make any difference across here. I've noticed that when you use the large ink pads, they seem to really have the ink. Versus the smaller ones. You would think they would have just as much moisture to them as these do when you first get them, but they don't. Yeah, this is looking more like inked now because I had to Okay, I say let's just go ahead and ink it. That one looks inked, so we might as well ink them all, and we'll open that one up and ink it. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to have to ink both sides of these. So I'm going to put you on hold for just 1 second, and I'm going to do all that instead of making you sit there and watch me do that. Okay, we're all inked. We've had a couple of incidents, and so a little bit has changed. I mean, not a lot or anything, but we're going to end up using 6 of the 8, and this one I just don't like and I refuse to use it. This one is the one I took out of the middle from over here, and the reason I did so was because everything was inked and this was not inked, so I had to get it out of there before the glue completely dried, and even so it left some behind, but that's all right. We're going to cover it with another one. So I've decided to keep these 2 on the outside. We're going to put these 2 on the inside. Okay. Then one of these flaps, this flap, accidentally landed on the ink pad and made a mark. So when we close these, we're going to put one on the overlapping side like we do on the top. Okay. So let's glue these down. As you can see, these had a ancestry thing on the back. I was originally going to use them for something else. Well, the paper's the other way. And then I decided not to. I decided to use the sentiments. Now, as we put these images on, we have to be mindful of what direction they're in. Okay? So we'll put this one on, then which is this shorter one? Well, we have to put it on this one anyway. So, this one, I don't want to put the blue on too there. So we'll put this on this one, and we'll put it on the top. Okay, so we're not going to glue this whole side. We're going to glue it back a little bit from the edge. You know, I don't mind the smell of this glue, but I did thin this first because I thought I was going to run out before my glue got here. Let's see, that's right side up. This is right side up. Didn't think about that being white. So we're going to slide it back. We're going to straighten it up. Okay. Close that, and then we close this, and then we close this, and then we close that. So as you can see, technically all the pictures are upside down, but we'll just go this way. and all of our other images faced this way. That's what we're going to do with this one, in case you're wondering. Yes, there are Velcro dots involved. And you're going to see them on one side. There's no other way about it. Oops. So this one is going to go over the edge, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Well, at least it's tan. Let's ink it. Make it look like we meant for it to be that way. Doesn't look bad. It's not white. Okay, so there's one. Okay, the gold one goes in the middle. Okay, I think we're on the road here. Doesn't matter what direction we put this one on, as long as we cover all the white from the other one. Okay. So now we got the longer one and the shorter one. We want the image to be in the longer one because the image is bigger. And I think we centered it. In fact, I know we did. Okay. So we'll put this image on. You know, I hope this works out. I really do. Okay. Right side up. Right side up. And in the center. I live in Seattle, and guess what? It's raining. And I really hurt my back, so between that and the rain, I really need to take my garbage out. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so then we have this way and this way. And here's our one for the outside. To put it on here backwards, we can mark. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Okay, this line right here. I almost went past it. Okay, let's double check our direction. Okay. And we'll ink this. I'm starving. Are you guys eating again? I think I hear rustling and crunching. Or I think there are chips. I think you guys are sitting there eating chips in bed, watching this on TV, and laughing. Just cackling about how hungry I am. That's what I think. I mean, it's just a guess, but I think it's a pretty good educated guess. Okay, so let's glue these on the page. I think we should put the cream colored one on the top and this one on the bottom, like so. You're going to want to put a judicious amount of glue on. It's going to be holding quite a bit of weight. Plus, we're going to want to smooch it around a little bit to get it in place. I'm just going to eyeball these. I'm not going to measure them. And then we'll put our Velcro dots on. And I think this will make a much better first page. Plus we'll have room enough for the thickness here instead of somewhere else in the book, because it will be between the signatures. Okay, right side up. Look like that one slid a little bit. This pattern, it's kind of hard to tell about straightness. All right. And beautiful flower here. I could have done a little bit better planning there. That's all right. And I think we lucked out in that we can put the Velcro dots on here almost, but with the white side right here. And that will hold it closed. And then that partial white is going to help us out, or cream colored on the back. We'll put the white side up here, and the clear side down here. We hold it shut. Okay, so now we've got this and this and this and this, and then you can write all the way around. Okay, so then you close these back up, and then you can do this one the same. You can write all the way around. Picture always goes on the top. And there we go. All right. So it did work out after about 6 tries that you didn't see. And I like it much better than this page. much more interesting, much better. So let's get a piece of paper. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do just so my brain doesn't hurt. I'm going to get another piece of paper. I know I'm going to have to take this right back out, but the bottle is so full. Okay. Make sure it opens the right way. 21. First page of the second signature. Ta-da! Alright, let's get this glued on. Once again, we're going to want to make sure that we're using lots of glue. It's going to hold on all these squares and things, and they're going to be on opposite corners. You know what I mean? So it's going to be flatter here and thicker over here. And the opposite on the opposite side. Okay, this is our top. So we're going to put this on here. It almost looks like it was cut a little short. That's all right. We're going to make it work. All right, so there's our first page of our second signature. The real one, the Groundhog Day one, where we repeated what we had done. I really don't want to take away from there. I guess I could have tried to fit like this piece, a piece of washi here as a decoration and a different one over here, but I just think it would make it too busy with our flower background. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that, get rid of our little demo, get rid of our little ugly square, and there it is. There's our page. So that's the end of this video, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.